What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Muff. Please like and subscribe if you are rocking with this content. But today, I'm going to talk about 10 of the best rappers from 2023. These were 10 artists who I feel did it big throughout the year. They may have released multiple projects that were of a high quality. They also likely had a strong feature presence and they were just relevant throughout the year, getting busy, making great music. But I just wanted to make it clear from the jump that this is not a list that's based strictly on technical rapping ability. I just wasn't naming 10 artists who I feel are the most lyrically gifted MCs. Although most of the rappers that did appear on this list have nice pen game. But before I hit y'all with this actual list, I just want to list off some honorable mentions. These were artists who, could have likely appeared on this list, but I do have them in the honorable mention category. They also did their thing. I'll just start out with Huss Kingpin. I feel Huss Kingpin is the epitome of a prolific artist, and in 2023, he dropped multiple dope and creative projects worth checking out. I'm also going to add RJ Payne, as he gave us 3 well-crafted conceptual cinematic albums. Next, I go with Rome Streetz, who had a decent year overall, dropping 2 solid projects and marking some features as well. I'd have to throw Lil Wayne into the mix also, because he was very active on the feature front, and I liked his collab album with 2 Chainz. And lastly, I would have to add both Joel Ortiz and King Crooked to this honorable mention list because they both dropped 2 shorter projects worth giving a spin if you value top-tiered lyricism. So now that this honorable mentions list is out of the way, let's just jump right into the top 10 rappers of 2023. Starting at number 10, I have J. Cole. Sure, Cole is the only artist on this list who did not drop an album, but I added him here because of his insane feature run alone. So throughout all of 2023, J. Cole was like the feature assassin. He essentially dominated other artists' songs and made them into his own. The end result was a crazy buzz that have had a lot of J. Cole fans and just hip-hop heads in general eagerly anticipating his upcoming album. At number 9, I have Billy Woods. So Billy Woods is an artist who did grow on me over time, but he's still not someone who I listen to on a regular if I'm driving or if I'm working out, to keep it a buck. That being said, I do feel that Billy Woods is likely the best abstract rapper in the game at the moment. When Billy Woods drops an album, I'm often reminded just how dope of a rapper he actually is and of the sharpness of his pen game. In 2023, Billy Woods had some features. He dropped his Maps solo project and put out an Arm & Hammer release. But Maps, that one had more replay value for me between the two. Coming in at number 8, I have Larry June. Now, this Bay Area rapper generated quite a buzz throughout 2023. Larry June's most celebrated release was The Great Escape with the legendary The Alchemist. But of the 2 releases that Larry had dropped in 2023, his most recent, The Night Shift, produced by Cardo, was the more enjoyable listen for me. While Larry June is not regarded as technically a great lyricist, he's just not. But he is nonetheless an important voice in contemporary West Coast hip hop. And Larry June is likely a go-to artist if you are looking for that fly motivational talk set to some very smooth West Coast backdrops. So in 2023, Larry, you did a good job. At number 7, I have Key Glock. So this South Memphis representative, in my opinion, is the best trap artist in the game. Some people won't consider him lyrical. They just won't. But to me, he's a clever rapper who makes dope bangers, and the production that Key Glock receives is always at a high level. In 2022, Key Glock didn't put out as much music after having mourned the loss of Young Dolph, but in 2023, he hit the ground running, dropping one of my most played albums of the year, That's Glaucoma 2, and the deluxe made it even better. Also in 2023, we saw Key Glock branch out to do features with other artists, which is something he hadn't done before. Number 6, I have Conway The Machine. Now, out of all Griselda members, Conway is the only one to consistently make my year-end list since 2020. Throughout 2023, The Machine was outside, releasing multiple collab EPs, a solo project, and the drum work compilation. And while it's fair to say that Conway likely didn't give us some of his best writing of the year compared to previous years, he did, however, make great strides in continuing to position himself as one of rap's biggest stars. Conway's work ethic was praiseworthy, but hopefully in 2024, he can just spend a little more time with each individual project so that they can be more fully fleshed out. At number 5, I have Lloyd Banks. Now, Banks has been on this exciting run ever since 2020. This year, we saw this Jamaica Queens veteran MC drop 2 very dope projects. Earlier in the year, he had released The Course of the Inevitable 3, which was a fantastic way to close out the Kati series. And at the end of October, Banks surprised fans with Halloween Havoc 4. It was a release that received lots of love from fans, and throughout it, Lloyd Banks was rapping like he had a point to prove, like his back was against the wall. Like Halloween Havoc 4 had quotables galore. So if you like streetwise and insightful lyricism, Lloyd Banks was one of the best rappers to provide that in 2023. For number 4, I have Mickey Diamond. So this Detroit MC has been scorching the underground scene with strong releases all year. Some projects that I would recommend from him in 2023 were his Oroku Saki EP, Death Threats produced by Sadu Gold, Capital Gains produced by Camouflage Monk, and one of his most recent, Gucci Ghost 3 produced by Big Ghost. So if you are a listener who likes mafioso rap mixed in with witty braggadocio, fashion references, clever metaphors and similes, then Mickey Diamond had you covered. At number 3, I have Ransom. This was another year where this Jersey City veteran MC set the vocal booths in flames. And like Nas and Lloyd Banks, Ransom has also been on this fiery run ever since 2020. This year, Ransom joined forces once again with Nicholas Craven for their Director's Cut 4, and that was one of the standout releases of 2023. Ran also put out the Spare the Rod, Spoil the Child EP and the Deleted Scenes 2, the latter produced by Craven. Yeah, in 2023, Ransom still brought the pain, and I feel there are very few MCs who can out-rap Duffel Bag Ran. Number 2, I have Don Trip. So this very underrated Memphis rapper had dropped a whopping 12 releases this year, one for each month. Well, technically his December one didn't drop yet, but it's coming. As a result, I feel he earns the title of the hardest working man in hip hop. Like, no one was outworking Don Trip this year. Like, no one. And that's a fact. What Don Trip accomplished in 2023 sort of reminded me of Flea Lord's high volume run in 2020. Now, I believe I only talked about 3 of his albums on my channel this year because I just didn't have the time to cover them all. But I can confidently assure y'all that they were all solid. And it is a little unfortunate that he isn't given more praise for the exceptional work that he put in this entire year. So make sure to go and run up some of his stuff and tell him Mixtape Moth sent you. And for the number 1 rapper of 2023, I have Nasir Jones, the GOAT. Nas is number 1 this year for many reasons. The first, because of his 2 projects with Hit Boy, which were both notable. Sure, Magic 2 wasn't flawless, but it was a fun listen where he did experiment with different flows and slightly more modern production. But Nas followed this up quickly with the very impressive Magic 3, which ended up being one of my favorite drops of the year. But Nas had other accomplishments as well. I mean, you could say the man was the superhero for hip hop in 2023. He toured with the Woo. He sold out Madison Square Garden for his solo concert. He produced Hip Hop 50 Live, which became the largest hip hop concert at Yankee Stadium. Nas also launched the Paid in Full Foundation to help give financial aid and support and healthcare to OG rap pioneers. And at age 50, I just feel it was inspirational for Nas to have the kind of year that he had. I mean, I didn't see many other MCs of his stature and of his age, with the same type of fervor and passion that Nas had in 2023. So those are my 10 best rappers of 2023. If you should disagree, that's okay. Just take some deep breaths, walk away, get a drink. I promise y'all it's gonna be okay. But drop who your top 10 would be in the comment section. I am curious to see. It's your boy Mixtape Muff. I'm signing out. As always, it's peace and blessings. One.